Start of 2011, we're here with Silas Zephania.
What's up, people?
How you doing?
I'm good, very good.
Start just tell us a little bit about who you are and some of the messages that you're bringing to us.
Well, yeah, I go by the name of Silas Zephania. I'm a hip hop artist. Like to see myself as a true MC. What I mean by that is obviously we live in a time where there's a lot of corny music out there, a lot of whack MCs, and I don't mean that in an arrogant way, but there's a lot of MCs that are just not talking substance, not making lyrics as their focus. So I come from a time where, you know what I mean, I listen to Method Man, I listen to Cannabis, Redman, Wu-Tang. These were my mentors in the music game. KRS-One, OC, Big L, Big Punisher, Shabazz the Disciple. And each of them had one thing in common, they had skills. I come from that generation. So basically, I just try to reflect that in my music. So Silas Zephania is a hip hop artist who's hungry and who's a lyricist and who likes to inspire people. Okay,
and the name Silas Zephania has got some biblical references there, but also use a lot of politics and philosophy in your music as well. Can you elaborate on some of those issues for me?
Yeah, the name, so if you break it down, Silas Zephania, the first part, Silas was an apostle, and Zephaniah is a book in the Bible, but he was also a prophet. So Silas being a messenger, an apostle, and a prophet, pretty much similar roles. I see myself as that in music, whereas I'm not just trying to get on the mic, even though I talked about skills in my previous words when I open up, but it's not just getting up there and boasting about the skills that I have, it's using those skills to kind of benefit the society that I'm trying to reach. So I'm quite a humanitarian at heart. I care about social issues, I care about our future, I care about the young people, I care about what they're going through, I care about their needs socially, academically, spiritually. So I'm trying to get on the mic and not preach, but really inspire, uplift, you know what I mean, on a Martin Luther King, Malcolm X level.
And you're all completely self-produced and promoted, and that's a big thing. And
100%, 100%.
You had a lot of struggles going through that process, or are you enjoying it?
I'm enjoying it. I think obviously it's always a challenge when you're an unsigned artist, because you have to do everything from the writing. Obviously we have to write, we ain't ghost writing here, but from the writing to the recording to the performing, to getting your own shows to doing the promotion, it's all you. But I think the satisfaction and the reward is greater because you know you're putting all the work in. And one day I'd love to just be a person that can just write, go in the booth and all the promotions done. But I think knowing that I've worked hard to get here, it's very self-gratifying. So on the production side of things, I'm not alone. I've got a shout out my producer Politics, who hails from Germany, Stuttgart, big up Stuttgart, and we work together. He's on the production, I'm writing, and yeah, it's been a long road, man. He's not the only producer I've worked with, but we found each other and we're doing our thing.
Nice. And you guys sort of got a real sort of classical hip hop beat, and it's very European. They love that over there.
Yep.
And obviously from your musical influences yourself, that's something that's right up your alleyway as well. And
100%.
You think that's a good coming together of minds there?
100%. Known Politics for about 3 years now, and yeah, like you just said, just like meeting you, man. In his life before he met me, hip hop head straight to the bone. And I'm a hip hop head straight to the bone. So when we met each other, it was just simple. And I think, like you said, the word like-minded people exist across the world. You know what I mean? So when you meet each other, you don't have to work hard to try and please each other's style. So he's like a production version of me, and I'm like an MC version of him. We both have the same work ethic, both have the same passion, and we believe in projecting art to the masses for it to mean something. You know what I mean? You know, like when you go and you see a great film and it's like, damn, that was a good film. Like, we want you to have an experience when you hear our music, you know. We want you to learn something.
And talk about some of your musical influences. Are there any cultural icons or people from history that really inspire you and stand out?
Yeah, you speak my language when you ask that question. Obviously, I'm African. I'm from Zimbabwe. I'm saying obviously. I'm from Zimbabwe, Africa. You know, when I was born there. So the older I grow, you know, I've become more patriotic. You know, I love my people. And I guess for me, I try to reflect that in my music because I try to be me. Yeah, historically, black history is my thing. You know, I love Malcolm X. And I say black history not just as a racial thing. I think anything that stands for meaning and power and upliftment, I draw towards. You know what I mean? So black history is just a part of that, naturally, because I'm black. But yeah, I love Malcolm X. I love what he stood for. He's a great inspiration of mine. Che Guevara, and bringing it back to nowadays, There's even people that I work with, people like politics, people that are my peers, people like yourselves, who I'd like to big up. Big up to the whole Aspecks movement. People that are using their art not just to reflect what is in society, but reflecting what they would like society to be like, you know. And I quote Paul Robeson.
And all of that you've just said is very evident in the music, so I'll give you this opportunity to tell us a little bit about the album and give it a plug, man.
The album is right here. War begins where reason ends. That word was taken from Frederick Douglass, who said, war begins where reason ends. The things that causes rebellion is worse than rebellion itself. So when we look at any uprising, let's take for example what the students are going through in this country right now. You know, they're not just rebelling for no reason. You know, they had a promise that these fees wouldn't be taken to the levels that they've been taken, and they feel lied to. So we have to think of what caused that rebellion. Is that at fault? And we have to question. So for me, I look at my society, I look at the state of our people, and I research, and I know that things happen for a reason. There's a knock-on effect, and people have to rise up to get results. So war begins where reason ends. When we can't reason anymore, we have to, I'm not promoting rebellion, but we have to stand up and we have to protest. So in a lyrical way, as an MC, I'm addressing every issue under the sun that affects me. You know, I'm bringing lyrical war, I'm challenging racism, because in 2011, it still exists. I'm challenging poverty issues. I'm saying to the government, why have you forgotten certain areas in our community? So war begins where reason ends simply means that 21 bangers, if we take away the one, it's 20 bangers, one is the intro, but it's still good enough. Shouts to politics. You can get the CD at www.warbegins.co.uk. You'll find me giving out my flyers from here to Stuttgart, here to Zimbabwe. We're hustling right now, you get me? The track Nationality, which is the single, number 2 on the CD, has had mad radio play on DJ 279's Friday Night Flavors, Choice FM. So we're trying to take it global. We have big plans, but we're keeping it raw, we're keeping it underground, but we're going to market it professionally. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Alright?
Wicked. Thanks.
Can I drop a freestyle?
Yeah, please do.
Where's my beat? Where's my beat?
Okay, hang on. Let's just pause this up. We'll get a beat for you.